to another video. I'm João Chanoca and I'm today here to talk about food wasting that has always been a problem in our society, really. And I think it's time for us to do more about that because it's a problem that I really struggle to see all of that food being wasted. Like we kill animals and the food is just wasted. I don't really like that, man. And so I'm just here to try to let the society know, some people know, and so that uh, we as a society can fight over that food wasting, you know? And I have to start by saying that uh, there is like a third of the products that are a third of the production in Europe is wasted, and that is a lot, man. It's a lot of food, and it shouldn't really be like that. And so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that and maybe how can you prevent some of that waste, or most of that. And so I'm going to start about shopping centers. In shopping centers, once the food reaches their date limit, their valid date, the food is wasted, right? But there is food that is pretty much in good conditions to still be eaten. And for example, in France, they obligate they force the shopping centers to donate that food to an organization that controls what food is still able to be eaten and what it ain't in good conditions to be eaten, And I do enjoy that a lot from France. I do really enjoy that. For example, I do think that in many other countries, the shopping centers are afraid to simply donate that food to organizations, or just simply donate because they don't want to have like a bad image on themselves. Maybe some of that food will cause some problems to some people. Will make them sick. And so that will give a bad image, but we as a society shouldn't really be afraid of that problem, We should encourage shopping centers to donate the food, or even just simply donate that food to an organization, and possibly that organization will then spread that food over the many people that need it, Then there are the products that simply are just not showing that much interest on people in order for them to buy it. There are a lot of products that are simply just not bought. A lot of food that are not bought. And maybe for their high price, they have their reasons. And there are, for example, in Portugal, here, some shopping centers start to put those products in a section of promotions. It's just a section of promotions, and I really enjoy that. I bet that there are many cases all over Europe that similar cases. And for example, in vegetables, they put in a little section where the price just drops a lot, so that people can buy that and just not get wasted, because vegetables, once it's reach that part where products are just not eligible to it, and there's nothing much to do. to that, they just get rotten. What can you do about that? Nothing. Then there's the food that is not eligible to reach the shopping centers. And I know that all over Europe, some of that food is wasted. And most of that is still in good conditions to be eaten. And so it's really a massive waste. You know, we should maybe force that people as well to donate that food. Look, there should be an organization just for that food that is reaching that valid date, or that is just not eligible to go to the shopping centers. There should be an organization to check that food and see if it's in good conditions to be eaten, because that really help the world and the people that are struggling to get food. It's a huge problem. you know and another thing that I thought about is that maybe there should be a law where uh, like once the food reaches uh, maybe like a third or a tenth, no, once it reaches like uh, 2/3 of their valid dates, maybe it should get instantly out of the market so that it is in good conditions to be eaten. You know what I'm trying to say? Like maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before that valid date, the governments maybe should obligate those shopping centers to remove the food, you know, from the market. I think that would help most of the problem, wouldn't it? I think it would. I think. Then obviously we have the people that just order a lot in restaurants, for example. That's something that I have to talk about, because there are people that just waste tons and tons of food in restaurants. Uh, they order too much, or maybe like in parties, they just buy a ton of food. There should be, at least in restaurants, a law. I've seen that in some places to just contradict that food waste. That I've seen. I think I've seen that in some places. I think that some restaurants uh, have a couple of laws in order for the people that waste that type of food to pay a tax. To pay some taxes. If they waste a huge portion of food, then they have to pay. And even though it doesn't help immediately the situation, because obviously the food is wasted, nobody's going to eat the rests of that person. There's like saliva in there, probably. You know what I mean? Just not. It's gross. It's very gross. But if in every single place there's a tax so that people don't really order too much, uh, if there's a tax for it, then they'll start to not ask for much, or just simply. I think that people should order firstly a little bit, and then if they want more, they order more on top of it. They shouldn't really immediately order a huge quantity of food. Or simply they just should bring that with them. That's an option as well. But even so, I don't think that is the solution. That there should be a tax for a person to pay if they order too much. Obviously, there are going to be weird situations if they uh, just put these taxes in restaurants, but it will help. It would help. Okay, if you waste like a little bit of food, then it's not a massive deal. But if you waste a huge portion of food, then that is a massive deal. And there should be a person controlling that. If they waste a lot of food, they're gonna pay for a tax. And there should be a security guard in the case of that person just not accepting that tax. You know, it's kind of weird, but it would help the situation. If people started to pay taxes, then uh, people maybe will start to just simply not order too much and just a little bit at a time. I think that should be the case, you know? And so, yeah, that's about it. That's about what I wanted to talk. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will appreciate that. You know, I'm just here to trying to improve as well. I'm a person that still struggles to talk and express some opinions. And so I'm just try, don't give up on what you want to do, okay? Never give up, that is not a solution. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to always turn on your post notifications. I'm gonna try to be regular on this channel and possibly post every single Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. I don't know how the times or the name of the time zone. I don't know anything about that, so I'll just say 8 p.m. UK time or Portugal time. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will see you soon. Peace.